Let's do it.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
What's up, brothers?
What's up? What's up to the bearded world? What's going on today, everyone?
Everybody's safe and healthy?
You bet. We're trying to be, at least. We got a ton of people already in here.
Tyler,
Awesome,
Woolly
man.
Wizard, Ryan.
Tyler from Woolly Wizard in the house.
Yep.
What's up?
Bam is in the house.
Barbados Joe. What up, Joe?
Joe is, there
Ryan C in the house. Bam's in the house.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out to come hang out with us on your Friday night. Although I'll be honest, it ain't like anybody's running off to the movies tonight.
No, definitely not.
It ain't.
I think everybody's hunkered down at home.
Although, do you want to see Chris Pratt tonight, or do you want to see this beautiful mug? Just be honest.
So that makes an interesting question. Since all this is going on and you can't go to the movies, how is Hollywood producing movies right now?
They're not. Actually, around, I don't know if you guys are getting them. We've been getting straight to cable releases, like you're going to the movies, basically. $20 for the movie, and you get it. That's it.
Yep, that's what Apple's doing right now. We were like, hey, that Call of the Wild, we were just about ready to go buy.
Hey, Bam's got a question for us right off the bat. Bam wants to know favorite 2 cents right now.
Oh, snap. Being put on the spot then.
He's putting you on the spot right now.
I like Barbados Joe's comment.
What did he say?
So he's protesting something. Why am I always on the bottom? Discrimination. Let my people go.
It's Scott's fault. He doesn't get here till the very end, Joe. And besides, again, you got to put what works on top. You know, all that goodness, it's got to be up high for everyone to see.
We call that top shelf. You know, the good liquor, top shelf.
I'm aged whiskey down here.
Right. All right.
There you go.
I want to hear some favorite scents. Mech, what's your favorite? Your favorites right now.
I'm going to be biased. It's going to be The Cure from Voodoo Men's Craft.
Okay.
And then from Woolly Wizard, the butter is called Vanilla Alchemy. Super awesome stuff, man. Super smooth, melts down, super nice.
Zebra, what's making your stripes happy these days?
What's going on, Dancy? Does he mean like scents in general, or like what we have, like the actual scent profiles that are already made?
Just whatever you like.
He means your favorite scent profiles and beard products that you're using right now.
Dan
I would
C,
have
what's
to
up,
say,
brother?
I do like cinnamon, and I do like.
Hey Dan, which Joe? No, how you doing, brother?
I like tobaccos too. I really do. I like tobaccos as well.
Okay. What about you, Practitioner? What's been your favorites lately?
So I'm going to go back. So I've been using MechBeard, and that is an amazing. It's floral. It's cologne. It's manly at the same time. It's awesome, and it's unique. MechBeard always does that for me. She's just plain awesome. And then I'm going to go back in time and go Barbu. Barbu has some of the best scents out there, and they're all very unique. The Shaman, of course, is the one that I'm closest to because I use it in my meditation practice. So absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Don't worry, Dan. I got my water here.
Got it. H2O.
My two favorites at the moment are probably Barden's Reformed. I just absolutely love the scent profile, and the products themselves bring me back on a constant basis. And then the other one, it's got this really good looking guy on it. Like, he's just amazingly good looking. The Jester. I mean, cotton candy and dude, ain't nobody else ever done nothing like it, and it's fantastic. So
crazy.
If you're and I base that off of when I'm not reviewing stuff, what am I reaching for? And I find myself reaching for the Jester or Barden's Reform the most.
You know what? I think that I really have liked. You know who I've been really impressed with was this weird little company out of Miami that I'm trying out that had like biotin in it. He's like brand new, but he has some really good smells. It's weird. I didn't think I would. I thought he's for a new guy. I'm not going to really. He doesn't have very much out there right now, but me and my son have been using his products for about a week and a half, and we like them. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Oh, look at that, man. Ryan just put out 2 companies I haven't even tried yet. Brothers Groom and Revered. I haven't tried either one of those yet, unfortunately. And unfortunately, given the climate of the current world that we're in, my beard purchases have just been grinded to a complete halt right now. I don't know about you guys, but my purchases have just stopped completely for now. It's kind of rough on me. Like it hurt right now just to admit that again. Right. I think part of my heart just fell off at the moment. Like that was tough. That was hard.
Hurry, pick it back up.
It is tough. Brothers Groom is absolutely amazing. I would go along with that. I was their first outside purchase.
Have you tried these guys, Andy?
Who are they?
American Made Beard Co.
I have not. I've seen them around, but just have not gotten to them.
This Trick or Treat scent is awesome. I love it. It's jelly beans and tag on it. Jelly beans and something. I'm missing something, but it's a really sweet one. I like this one a lot.
Trick or Treat sounds like. Is it a Halloween scent, like a fall scent? Is that where it came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sent it out to me to review, and it was pretty neat.
Right now, man.
Woo. That's cool.
Oh, candy corn and jelly beans.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it smells delicious. That's another one thing. Yes, they are, Dempsey. They're based out of Indiana.
South Bend. Yep.
South Bend. You can't go around. What's in South Bend? It's like a school or something that
Notre Dame is in South Bend.
Why did Johnny just walk in saying ew? What happened here?
Not black jelly beans. If that's what okay. Candy corn. He said he hates candy corn.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now. I was like, Johnny, dude, I'm not that ugly. Like, relax. Come on.
No, it smells sweet. It's like orange and vanilla and that jelly bean sweetness. It smells really good.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you boys. How many of us are essential and still living a normal life, and how many of us are on 24-hour-a-day lockdown?
Essential.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm working from home. I'm working from home.
So, reality check. As you've been trapped home, have you thought about throwing a shoe at any family member at this point?
I want to do that now.
So my wife has been gone because she is essential. So she's been gone, and my mother-in-law also works at the same place. So they both leave together. So there's really no difference. The only person really, my son's home. That's it. And we do a little bit of back and forth because they're requiring them to do some online school.
Right.
And I've been on him about that. And he's like, Dad. I'm just like, I have no you can't do that with me. I hold education very highly, so don't throw the dad stuff. We were talking about you, and we would all like really be curious to see what it is to see the bearded practitioner mad. Like, do you have an angry button?
No.
Or do you even have an upset button? Because you don't seem to get ruffled by anything.
Ask my wife. She is probably the only person in this world that can push my button, and she knows how to, and she does it, all the time. So
the online schooling is tough. However, I have to, and this is where I got to give Sam so much credit, man. She gets up every day, just like she was going to school, takes a shower, eats her breakfast, logs in, does her work, and then for whatever reason, though, she leaves one thing. Just one thing she decides not to finish that she brings into me at 8 o'clock at night and goes, I have to hand this in by 9 or I'm going to fail, Dad. What's going on? I don't know what to do. It's like she just has to drive me nuts real quick.
That's funny.
I think I had a daughter that does that. She still every once in a while, it's the one who just had the baby, and Shannon, She does that stuff to me all the time. She'll do that, and she's 19 and out of the house, and she'll be like, "Hey, Dad, hey, I need this by like." She needs her social security card, and I'm not going to go down. I have it, but I'm not going to give it to her because I have sickness. I had sickness in my house, so I wasn't going to go down and mess with the new baby. And she's like, "Dad, you know what'd be really cool? Like, if you'd go give me my baby's social security card." I'm like, nonstop about it. Isn't that funny though? Kids just, it's so funny.
Kids are very funny.
Yeah. And then even older kids are. It's good times though. I think that me and Joe were talking about that. I remember, I think hearing the stories about Sammy remind me so much of when my girls were that age. I have 2 girls and they're now in their 19, 20, they're adults now. But yeah, good times.
So
the preteens.
Can I tell you my worst fear is happening? So my daughter started watching Stranger Things, right? Which I thought was like a cool thing. I'm like, oh, look, my daughter's getting into a show I like, right? So then I'm like, wait a minute. Why is she getting into it out of nowhere all of a sudden, right? So then the other day I was walking past the stairs that lead to her room, and I was like, I'm listening, and I hear her talking on speaker with somebody, and I hear a boy's voice echo through.
Oh, no.
And he tells my daughter, oh, you're so cute, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And as I walked into her room, she looked at me with this frightened look, and I just walked over and hung up on the kid.
Whoops.
That's hilarious.
I hung up on the kid, and I blocked the number.
That's funny.
Have you guys ever been? Yeah, have you guys been? So there's like this new robo service that somehow my daughter has hooked me up into. So I've been actually, if I can't call her directly, or she calls me, I think she calls me, I'm fine. But if I call her, I get into this robo service where it like says, "Hey, you've been blocked." I'm like, "What? Your dad? What?" I don't know anything about that, Dad. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I see that Joe, I was wondering about that. So my parents are teachers as well. So my mom has been teaching chorus and music for 40 years. And this was actually her last year, believe it or not. And so it kind of just like bammed in a, kind of like died in a fizzle because there's no school now at all in Arizona. We're not going back. There's no date to go back. There's just, it's done for the school year. Do this online silliness, and then you'll get some grades, and then you'll move on. But my mom was a chorus teacher, so there's no, chorus online stuff. So she's just done. What are other people like teachers? Are you guys, and do you guys, some of you guys, I'm assuming, have to do something, but what about the higher grades like Dan or Joe? What are you guys doing for school? And I mean, I don't know if you guys are doing online or.
I think some of them are still like teaching online.
Well, like for our district, I can tell you this. The teachers have been very good about making sure there are assignments and such, and also very good about answering my daughter's emails when she's had questions about the assignments. But as far as actually getting a chance to teach them the work, there really hasn't been anything except for her math teacher has done something pretty cool. So when she assigns an assignment, she'll have all the work laid out. And before each question is a video of an example of her working through a very similar problem and essentially trying to show them how you're supposed to answer these questions. But it's still been a bit difficult trying, because again, they're used to being in a classroom with their teacher right there, where if they have an issue, they can just raise their hand and ask for some help.
Yeah, so it looks like Dan's full out teaching daily. I gotcha. Wow,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
I applaud the teachers for doing that, honestly. And of course, I'm biased. I have teachers who are parents, but yeah, I mean, that's so much work. I can't even. My son's teacher said they were up until 2 a.m. doing some sort of stuff to help the kids for the next day. It's crazy.
Sorry, I was laughing at Johnny's comment saying that he needs a divorce lawyer.
I saw that for some pizza.
A pineapple pizza, and didn't bring him anything back from the liquor store.
I need a divorce lawyer.
But
I got yogurt, Johnny. I got yogurt and I got Pepsi. Like,
so do you guys have? So that's my question. Also, is what are you guys doing for food and whatnot?
Going to the store.
Are you guys going to the store?
Yep. I mean, listen. New Jersey now has passed the law that you have to wear a mask in a store. Like it's a law. I actually witnessed what happens if you don't. Today, me and my brother went out and listen. It's Easter Sunday, and I couldn't not get Sam something for Easter. I couldn't do it, you know. So I went out and I got her a small basket. You know, she is turning 13 soon. So, but I went out and got her a basket, and there was 2 guys in the store who didn't have a mask on, and they were approached and told, "Listen, you need a mask, otherwise we're gonna have to ask you to leave the store." And the guy said, "We're only grabbing a couple things. We'll be gone in a minute." And the manager said, "No, you're supposed to wear a mask." The guy again kind of blew him off. So the manager said, "Fine." Walked away. About 5 minutes later, 2 Bloomfield cops walked in and escorted them out.
No.
Like it's a thing now in New Jersey. You have to wear a mask when you go into a store. You have to.
Yeah, I was talking to some guy from Ocean City, Maryland, the guy that did my podcast, and he was telling me that a bunch of spring breakers came there this last month or so, and they've given the entire town, you know, the virus, and it's
sorry, Johnny, I tried.
Yeah. Yeah. So he, you know, it ended up really being bad. So he's like, his next door neighbor has it. I mean, it's just, and they're really doing the same thing where it's now a requirement that you can't go out the house without a mask on, which is, you know, which should be what happened in the first place, in my opinion. But
listen, I can't fault. Listen, I don't know if you guys are up to date on like numbers and stuff, and I know a lot of people don't like to read them but my town just yesterday had 380 some odd new cases, confirmed cases, and 19 deaths in one day. So I cannot fault New Jersey taking the precautions they're taking right now. Wear masks, wear gloves, dude. I don't go out of the house without both at this point.
Well, here they are limiting in the stores how many people actually go in that are allowed in the store. Yes,
that started here too. The bigger supermarkets at least have started it. If you drive by like a ShopRite or something to that effect, I know everybody's different. But if you drive by one of them, there's a line outside. And it's almost like that old game show, Supermarket Sweep, where you got 2 people standing by the door and they're walking up saying, okay, you guys can go shopping. And you got about 20 minutes to do so. So go get what you need and get out.
Right.
And they actually have aisles marked off that are non-essential that you're not allowed to go into.
That's you know, and I get it. And, you know, this is the serious thing is this is a people problem at this point to where we can manage this by getting people to follow the rules, by staying home as much as possible. My dad's bought a gas mask, like a real true-on gas mask, going out everywhere with this gas mask, where I think he's gone a little extreme. I think as long as you take some of the precaution, I saw somebody doing a DIY like hanky gas mask.
Right.
I don't know, those folded, you know, my dad called it a hanky. I don't know, but what you guys called it, but you know, something that is easy to put on and take off when you get home.
Yeah, listen, right. They're telling you that if you don't have like a literal mask that you bought from a store or something like that, that you can use a bandana, you can use a handkerchief, or just cover your face. That's all they're asking you to do, is cover your face with something. And covering your hands is just basic right now, because especially if you're in a store, you don't know how many people touch that. I mean, you never thought about it before, but you have to now.
Just stop.
How many people are grabbing those boxes? How many people are grabbing that, you know, whatever? You have to think about it. Unfortunately, I don't want to, because then my brain starts going to like, okay, well, what if he's not even like sick? What if he was scratching his butt before he grabbed that piece of fruit or something like that? I don't want to think about it, but I have to.
Right. that's unfortunate that we live in those times right now. But yeah, just if you don't have to touch it, then don't touch it.
Or if you do have to touch it, sterilize it.
But so let me just jump in here real quick. So if you could see this.
Yeah, kind of.
It's the Naughty List snapback hat from Jolly Old Fat Man.
Oh, cool.
Yep, he wants to do a giveaway of one on here right now.
Oh,
all right, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave for a little while. I'll be back. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna win that giveaway real quick, and then I'll come back in. Okay.
Right, good luck. Good luck.
So there we go. So tell people if you guys are anybody who's in. Somebody else can do the. I don't have the random.
I got one out right here if you want.
Yeah, do it up.
So yeah, do it up, buddy.
I can do a random number right now. Just give me about 3 or 4 seconds here.
Yep, let's see.
And also, what I'm going to say is like this page, like this stream. We are having fun tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
And I would love to see a bunch of likes when I get off and do my analysis on how much people are liking these our streams. I enjoy it, and I think our guys do too. So
I absolutely love it.
While we're waiting for that, my response to the question is my wife, she goes out and does the shopping, and I basically tell her what I need, what I want, or whatever. And my dad bought a quarter of a beef cow, so he helped us out with some meat from that. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man. He knows that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So. Absolutely right, and that's my whole point. Is I think that. Rely on family is a big thing right now. Rely on friends and family helping you out, and we're all brothers. If you see somebody else who's in need, reach out, see what we can do. We're as a family, we're bearded family here. So definitely.
Okay. So question guys, do we want to do this giveaway right now? Or do we want to do this towards the end or how do you want to do this?
Let's do it right now.
Let's do it now. Yep.
Yeah,
all right. So then we got 8 or 9 people in here. So I'm just going to do a random number generator. I can't show you because it's on my laptop tonight. So unless you want me to flip it around and do all kinds of awkwardness to show you, I'm sorry.
We trust
random number generator, 1 to 10. Only enter once. Go. I'm going to jump out. I think I got the number.
I know. I've been looking at his merch, and I've been like, man, I'm just. You know what? My problem is now that I've gotten into this videography, I'm trying to do like a divide and conquer thing where I buy just enough product to review and then buy some new equipment.
Dude,
killing me.
Andy, check this out.
Oh yes.
Stop.
Very nice.
Stop. We have a winner.
Who do we got?
Johnny Grooms.
Nice. Awesome.
Johnny Grooms for the win. Johnny Grooms for the win.
Bam. Reach out to Bam and say you won it. And I think he's in here. So.
Yep, he's in here. He's seen it.
Is that a Sony that you just showed me?
No, that's a Canon.
Canon.
T6.
The M6?
T6. EOS. Yep, EOS Rebel
nice.
T6.
Mirrorless. Yep. Cool. Right on, man.
And it goes to somebody who loves Jolly Old Fat Man, too. Like, Johnny loves Jolly Old Fat Man stuff. So that's an awesome win for Johnny. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is good. Awesome. You know what? I like that because people are hanging out that we talk to all the time. And, they're not just coming in for a giveaway. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're solid supporters.
Speaking of coming in for a giveaway only, April 18th. No. April 18th is the next community corner. I know you guys don't want to see me. Also, guys, tomorrow around, 3 or 4, me and Sam are going to go live on our YouTube because the last time we tried to go live, YouTube kicked us off. And we still don't have an explanation as to why that happened. So if it's because Sam's in the video, we need to find that out before we try and do the giveaways.
Right.
I've heard that
if unfortunately,
censorship.
Yeah, unfortunately, if it's because Sam is there and they don't want comments with Sam in the video, then while this whole thing was her idea, we will not be able to have Sam as part of the actual giveaway process anymore.
That's just ridiculous.
It is, and it hurts, and Sam will be really upset by it. I would love to do it on Instagram, but people get kicked off on Instagram because they comment too quick or
too many
fast,
times.
and and then they get booted off, and they don't get a chance to win anymore. So, I'm trying to do this the best I can here.
Right now, I've heard that what it is that the internet is being more centered right now because all these kids are at home.
Yep.
Well, I heard YouTube got sued too.
YouTube did get sued, so YouTube got sued. For what they
YouTube got
for not doing anything. They were just allowing any content on, and there was no regulations.
Yeah.
And so I'm on TikTok, and at some point there's going to have to be some massive regulations there too, because I've seen things that I'm just like I have to click off of it, and just because it just will show up in your feed, like 15-year-old girls half dressed in your on TikTok. There's no excuse for that.
That's bad.
I don't know how to, and luckily what's happened is that I think the algorithm's now chosen to put me into adults. So now just the old people. But when I first got on, it was like, okay, no, I don't want to see any kids at all. I don't want them to be my followers either, honestly, but you can't prevent that.
It's quite disturbing though, really.
I was talking to the podcast guy, and he was saying that he works as a bouncer in Atlantic City, in Ocean City. I guess they have a casino in Ocean City. And he says he works, and there's 15-year-old kids that try to get in all the time, but you can just tell they may do their makeup nice, but they just don't have the wrinkles, and they don't have some imperfections that us older folks have.
Well, I've always been one to say, if you could tell by the hands, if you look at a person's hands, you can pretty much tell their age.
True.
But that's just my opinion.
No, I think you're right. I'm looking like I'm 40 something.
So, are you calling me old right now, dude? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, no, we're like both the same age, dude. Come on now.
I'm the old man here. I have like grandkids and everything.
No, Barberdo Joe's the old man.
I think so.
Oh, Joe, that was a cheap shot, bro. Are you going to stand for this?
I'm still older than Joe.
No way.
I am.
He said he was 52.
No, he's not.
That's what he said.
Is he 52?
So if he's
maybe he's 52. I thought he was like I thought he was in his mid 40s.
Wait a minute. Was that your opinion or a fact, sir?
That was no. The 52 age is a fact. That's what he said.
I'm only messing with you.
Yeah, he just said it in the chat. He's 52, 53 in May.
I would have never known that. He looks, he looks younger than that.
He looks damn good for his age, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought he was my age, so yeah.
He said that I didn't look old enough to have a 16-year-old son either.
Well, how old are you?
I'll be 36 in August.
Oh, so you're okay. You're older than me too. Nice.
For sure.
So Joe, how old are you?
He said it. Who, me?
Yeah, you.
22.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, dude. Sammy Cakes is 12. Like
that'd be weird, dude.
No, 35.
All right, so we're all the same age then. You, me, and Scott. Then
35. I'll be 36 in July.
Yeah, I got you guys by a decade.
I'll be 36 in September. So
it's good times. You know what? I think honestly, my 30s were good, but I'll tell you the 40s were being my best. Some good things have happened in my 40s. Yeah.
My late teens were fantastic. My early 20s were amazing. Mid 20s to 31 were kind of a shit show, and then things picked up a little, and now then they went down again, and now they're coming back up full. I don't know, dude. It's all a roller coaster, but whatever.
I feel
like what it is.
I feel like the mid 20s is when life literally hits you, and you're like, shit, you got to grow up.
Right.
Well, I was 24 when I found out that they found the tumors on my back and my head, and so right when you're supposed to be kind of getting ready for life and building your foundations, I was getting all that ripped away from me, really. And the mental aspect of that messes with you, because I was a young man with a young daughter, a wife, and I was taking away the one thing that I was always taught makes a man, was being able to provide for your family.
That hits home.
Yeah, hit home. Those years were rough. They were hard.
Yeah, the 20s for me was like the good, the bad, and the ugly for me. Like, I pretty much didn't know what I was doing yet still, but I mean, I was working, but then I was partying at the same time and still trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
And then, as I got older, just things kind of mellowed out. And
Right.
Maybe that's what I like about my 40s, is it's somewhat mellowed out. Somewhat.
Right.
At least I know how to deal with it better. I think that, but I loved college.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes with age, though, like dealing with stuff better and, more appropriate. It comes with age.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I always hear people say, like, oh, if I could, I would go back and I take school more serious and I do this right and I do that right. You know what I tell them? Bullshit.
Yeah.
If I could go back, I'd live 16 and 17 like I was 16 and 17 all over again. I'm going to go back and have fun. Like, I have no worries. Like, I have no cares. Because that's the only time in your life that any of that is really true. Right. You don't have any worries. You don't have any cares. So just go enjoy life for a little while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing would change. Maybe I'd show up for school more often. That's about it. Like, maybe. Stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
I would go get a different major, I think.
Yeah.
They say history would repeat itself anyway, so why not do the same thing over again?
If it was good, yeah. But
oh my God, I can't even remember most of my 17th year. So I mean, it had to be pretty good.
Sounds like my senior year. Yeah, good time.
So, nowadays it's like, what's my age again?
Right.
I think there's a song about that.
Dude, are you kidding me? Do you know what happened today? I was I was getting ready to walk up my. Oh, here we go. I'm going to give Joe ammo for an hour. I was getting ready to walk up my stairs. Yes, the stairs that never end. Yes, Joe. The stairs that never stop. I know. Ichabod Crane going up the stairs at 2 a.m. I know. Okay. I was getting ready to go up the stairs. I get about halfway up them, and my knee starts to buckle on me. So I lean forward, and then I'm like, oh, my back. And Sam's at the top of the stairs looking down at me. I look up, and she's like, you're old, Dad.
Oh,
I was like, go to your room. You're grounded. Go away. Go away.
Oh, that's funny.
Wait till next week's therapy. There he is, right there.
So it looks like Tyler is going to be 37 on April 19th. So let's wish him a happy birthday there. He's going to be
happy birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
My brother's birthday just passed, March 31st. I felt terrible because normally this is my, I guess you call him like the middle brother. Like, he's the closest one to my age. And normally me and him would, even though, it's a little bit older now. So it's like, yeah, let's go tear up the town. Let's find a nice stool where we're comfortable and drink our beers pretty much. That's our idea of tearing it up nowadays. But normally I'd take my brother out. We'd go out, have a good time, enjoy his birthday. And this year, just none of that was happening, obviously. But we were able to celebrate here as a family, which we always do. So it was nice. But I just wish I could have done more for him.
Right.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I'm going to be very thankful once we leave this situation. I mean, I'm kind of thankful now because I think that I do get the opportunity to hang out with my son quite a bit. And I also realize that
you already have. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah. I mean, I get to hang out with him. I mean, he's a really good kid, honestly. I think that, not to say anything bad about my daughters, but, I think if it was my girls, they would have driven me up a wall already. But
can I just say that I already know whatever Barbados Joe has planned for my stair situation is going to be epic. This is going to be one of the funniest things of the year. Like, I honestly can't wait to see what I'm going to give him the video too. I am. I'm a good sport about these things. So I'm going to shoot a video. Joe, do you want it in slow motion, black and white, any of that stuff? Like cinematic effect? I don't know. What do you want here, dude?
So I think Joe is saying my favorite place in the world, which is San Diego. And I can't even, he grew up in San Diego. And I'm trying to think of a town like maybe Ocean City, maybe Atlantic City, something on the coast, Virginia City Beach. I don't know. Or is there like not Virginia City, some oceanside town. San Diego is that in California. It's like the tourist mecca, and he grew up there. And it's a beautiful place, like just amazing.
Okay, Wooly, thank you for coming in, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
See you, Tyler.
But I can't imagine growing up there because it's simply like it's
Dude,
my
leave my door hinges alone.
What's going on?
See if the beard oil works in your hinges.
Leave my door hinges alone. I like the creak. I do. I like that creak. Makes me feel like I'm like an old horror movie. Like, I like it.
Barbado Joe mandated that the table and beard therapy are sister shows. He just penned it.
There you go.
Pizza face.
I think it's the same people back and forth. I love it.
What's going on,
Yeah,
Pizza?
Man. Listen,
Pizza.
our whole thing was getting together, having a good time, having fun. Under normal circumstances, we'd have some products to bring to the table too. But right now, that's a little hard to do at the moment. So all we can do is kick back and have fun with you guys. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, and give a giveaway. We did a giveaway. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Joe, Bearded Life, the Unicorn King. Right on. You know it. Nobody rocks that unicorn horn like I do.
What was Bam's hashtag up there?
Prancing Unicorn. That was me. You never seen my video with Sam?
Yeah, he just hashtagged prancing unicorns.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
This unicorn's rocking one hell of a beard too.
He's getting it's coming in really nice, buddy. It's looking good. I finally have gotten to the place to where now I'm almost ready to blow dry this thing. So that's positivity.
Johnny's gonna come over and WD-40 my door when the lockdown's over.
He's gonna do it personally.
Oh,
good times. What did so how old is your house that you live in? Do you live in a house, apartments?
we live in a house. This is actually I live with my stepmother, my two brothers, my sister, and her fiance, I guess, and then 3 kids as well, and 2 dogs. There's a lot of us in this household. And this was actually her parents' house. So this house has been in her family going on 60 plus years now.
Wow.
And it was here before that too. So it's been here a while. And it's fine. Like it's not like the most modern place on the planet, but it's a house, man. And we're comfortable in it and we're happy here. And you leave my damn door hinges alone.
I love historic houses though. I mean, my house is built, well, we're the first owner, so we built our house 3 years ago now.
Joe, I could give some labels. Trust me. I'm just trying to be nice.
But I like historic houses.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no problem. And Chad
Johnny's going to go live when he comes. Johnny, listen, Johnny, and I promise you this. I give you my word and everything to everybody watching. If Johnny Groom shows up to my house to WD-40 my door, I am buying him a combo of choice. Okay? That's a guarantee. And I don't even have any money, but I'm going to do it just because if he drives all the way here just to WD-40 my door, the man has earned a combo of choice.
Just a combo?
Huh? What?
Just a combo?
Just a damn combo, Mick. Don't help him. Those hinges are historic. That's right. That's right. One day when I'm a famous YouTuber and I'm making billions, you guys can be like, I remember back when he was making those dumbass videos when his door hinges creaking. Like,
yeah, but those hinges last longer though.
Yeah, man.
If you know what I'm saying.
I tried hitting my knees with the WD-40, still creak. James. That's good.
So hey,
it sounds like it's almost 3 years. Yo, with all the noises.
Question. The infamous question.
Sorry, it was my grandson.
Smoking Jacob Marley. Well, I gotta find a way to make that like a character or something like that. That's great. That's so good.
Oh. All right. So what's everyone got in beard?
Tipped off my hand, I have Hummingbird. I got that Tuft Croquet, I think is the name of it. It's a hummingbird type. Yes. If you guys have not gotten into her products, I think Joe's had her on. Kyle and Joe just had her on.
Danielle's awesome.
Yeah, Beard Therapy. Yeah, Danielle's awesome. So, and she's running a deep discount right now, and I think it's like 35% off her store. Go look for it, and if ping me or ping her if you don't. It's like a discount code with a weird number, like it's 20, but it's actually 35% off.
Right.
I actually won a giveaway for Danielle because of Kyle and Joe. Like, what was it, like 2 or 3 days ago?
Yep.
Which was, it was funny. It was like the end of the stream, and I just jumped in, and I saw people putting up numbers. So I just threw a number in real quick. I was like, wait, hold on, let me throw my number in.
That's awesome.
And then they were like, oh, what do we do? Nobody's gotten it right. And I was like, well, just do a lightning round, 1 to 10. That's what we do for the Sammy Cakes thing. And Chef kept picking 8, and for some reason in the lightning round, he didn't pick 8, but I did. I got the win, and as soon as I won, he messages me, you dick.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. You will like her stuff. What scent did you pick?
There was a scent she hadn't released yet, so
oh, cool.
I don't know what it is.
I haven't tried Hummingbird yet.
But it's a 2-ounce oil and a 4-ounce butter, so.
Yeah.
And a hat. But I got to be honest here. I didn't get to pick the hat. Sam did.
Oh, cool. She has cool stuff. Very cool stuff.
Sam loves Hummingbird, so she wanted the hat. So I'm not even probably going to get to use that hat.
I like her. Her logo is pretty cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I like it. It's kind of like, and she's really into hummingbirds. So she's become like a personal friend of mine as well. Like we're all friends with all the owners. But she, my wife, we have a hummingbird feeders, and we have hummingbirds that come to our hummingbird feeder like every day. And my wife just is fascinated with hummingbirds just like she is. So they become good friends. And so my wife will post pictures of the hummingbird, and she's the first person to like her on Instagram. And it's just nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's a really cool person.
That's what I got in beard tonight, by the way, since the question was asked.
What is it?
Yeah,
it's
what is it?
Barden Reformed. Unfortunately, the label has just absolutely faded.
Melted away.
Kinda, yeah, but what's in here is it's nighttime, so my butter's in. This is awesome.
What's the scent profile on it?
Reformed?
Yeah.
I cannot read it at the moment, dude. I'm sorry. It's there, but I can't. Like, it's completely faded off, unfortunately, probably because of me using it so much and stuff.
Right. Okay.
If anybody knows the scent profile offhand, they can tell you. Here's what I can give you. It's like a smooth leather cologne almost.
Nice.
It's got and if I'm correct, I want to say that there's oud in here also, but I don't want to quote that one and be wrong, but I just like the scent profile. And when I was ordering from Barden, I also like Tyson. So that's what kind of prompted me to buy the Reformed. I was like, let me just support both of these guys. It makes sense to me.
Right.
So, but I've quite enjoyed my Barden experience so far.
That's awesome, man.
I knew you would. Barden is like...
There it is.
I tell him...
Oud, peppercorn, citrus, amber, musk, and other stuff. Yeah, see? Okay, beautiful.
Snap. Stop the press. Oud? Did you say oud?
Yep. Yeah. Oud? Yes. I knew there was oud in here. I'm telling you, Chad, you would enjoy it, dude. I promise you.
So Barden by far is the best feeling beard. I really like...
Wait a minute.
all of the scents that I've tried with him, and I've had 4 or 5 of his products.
You have to say it's the best feeling beard to you. Oh wait, no, you. There we go.
My opinion.
Opinion.
To me, he's like the gold standard of beard products. He's like you kind of like reference everything compared to that because it's such a good product. And I definitely and Adam's a personal friend of mine as well as Tyson's, and he's a good guy. He does a lot of really nice things. Super, super cool cat, but he also has really superior products.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give too much away because I that's one of the ones I'm kind of keeping in my pocket for now for a review. As I said, I'm not going to have a whole lot of content coming as far as the beard stuff goes real soon, but it's been an incredible experience and something that, I got to give Bam some credit here. Bam brought up an idea to me, and he said, back when you first got started doing reviews, you reviewed companies and companies you thought were so good at the time, but you hadn't experienced so many others that were out there. So now if you went back and looked at those companies again, would they still hold the same place for you? Would they still be as good of a product as you once thought they were? And I said, that's interesting. That's something to think about.
Right.
Yeah. So I think you're absolutely right. Do you know what I think about is some of the junk I bought before I got in and listened to Dan. So I bought something over the counter. I bought, and it was actually not bad. It's that best damn beard oil. It's okay.
Duke Cannon.
Duke Cannon. Yeah. It's not bad. But that was my entry, and I was like, "Oh, this is really good." And then I went and bought Beard Octane.
Beard Octane.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, boy, here we go. Here comes the Octane commercial. You're up next.
But Beard Octane is a really good product, and I think Beard Octane is a perfect entry place for any person starting their beard journey. I think.
Okay, see, purposely just made me feel better. So it's not just me then. I didn't destroy his labels or something, right? Like it happened to yours too?
There's several companies that have labels that are like that.
Oh, does he have those paper labels? I can't remember.
No, I mean, it doesn't feel like an oil-proof label. Not like what I'm used to feeling from an oil-proof label. Yeah, so that might be it.
Yeah, that's
like just for example, you guys have Voodoo Men's Craft, right? I mean, obviously, Mech, Zebra. That glossy feeling over Voodoo stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, this has more of a paper type feeling to it.
Right.
So I think that's kind of why this has happened, just over wear and tear at this point. And I mean, guys, I've had this for less than a month, and I don't know if you can see it, but that line is almost halfway gone already. So I have been using it. I've been using it.
Yeah,
I've
that's what happened.
Go ahead.
That's what happened to my koi bottle. The oil got into the top of it and kind of faded it a little bit.
Yep.
Is koi still out there?
Oh yeah.
Koi? Yeah, koi's still out there.
All right.
Koi had a new scent profile just dropped. It was part of Sammy Cake's last month giveaways. Koi is awesome. Koi works with us all the time. Where's Chef? I can't remember his name right now. Wait, where's Bam?
Ariel.
Bam. What's Koi's name? Ariel. There we go. Okay. I need Chef, man. I can't remember names to save my life, but Ariel's awesome. He's an awesome dude. He does a lot. He makes good products, very good products for affordable prices. It's a nice company that I hope can survive what's going on, because the harsh reality is, like we were talking about, this recession is going to happen, boys. And I don't mean like an all-out World War II recession. I'm talking about a extra things recession. Stuff that you don't need, essentially.
Necessity.
And yes, beer products are going to be one of those things. I mean, for me, it's already taken a hit. I'm not going to be ordering beer products, really, period, unless somehow, some way, something happens that allows me to spend $30-$40 on a combo or something like that. But the reality is that right now, I just can't do it. So I know it's going to happen to others.
I feel like you have enough beard oil to last you a year, though.
Oh, I don't need to order anything new, no. But, however, as a content maker and as a reviewer, Your job is to get new companies in, new scents in, new profiles in. If a company changes their butter recipe, you're supposed to get that in and test it out and see, is it better than their old recipe? Did you prefer the old, whatever? Right now, that's not really a possibility for me, as much as it hurts to admit that.
No, I think that's it for anybody, though, really.
Yeah. Well, that's the truth, because this is scary times. I think we've all been through some recessions. I mean, 2008 was the last one that was pretty horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was the worst that I can ever remember any recession ever being. And it was like, I remember moving into a town about 10 miles from here, and it was built on all of the bus or on the boom stuff. Right. And then it was a complete bust. It was like houses by the mile were up and vacated. It was crazy. It was like a ghost town. And then they just started shoving people in there for $300 a month at like 3,500 square foot houses. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. But once you're out in this area, you were out there. I mean, it was far away. However, I think that what I'm hoping is people are getting recession proof. There are things that you can do to become recession proof. And it may be, you don't do certain things, I know that I was listening to Danielle the other day, and she said that she's now just making custom orders. So if somebody orders, she builds it. If she doesn't, then she's not going to make a huge batch of stuff. She's just going to do one custom at a time. And maybe that's what people have to do for a while. I don't know. I mean, I definitely would be, if this was a livelihood for you, I would be making sure that you're recession proof as best as possible.
Correct. There's a really good question in the chat right now by Purposely Bearded. If you can put it up, and I would love to hear all your stories on this one if you have it. So here it is. Which was your first company that you did not have a lot of positive things to say about their products? About to drop a review where I won't have much positive things to say about it. Okay. Anybody got a story on this, or?
Me and Zebra can relate on this one, and he knows which one I'm talking about.
You want me to go ahead and say it?
Yep, go ahead.
Badass Beard Care.
Yep.
Really? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Their scents aren't there. They're really weak. They weren't there at all. I put the oil on, put the balm on, no scent whatsoever. Let's say they gave me another sample and had that same problem. I've had like 6 different samples all together. All the scents, same thing. They just aren't there at all whatsoever. They're just obsolete. So I mean, and they're washed. My wife doesn't like the smell of it. She said that it smells like rotten potatoes.
Oh no!
It's just it's just not a good experience.
Badass Beard Care is no bueno.
See, I had a different experience with Badass. Now I won't sit here and say the scent profiles lasted forever. They don't. Okay. That's one of those things that Bam brought up. Badass is one of the first companies I tried. Okay. So I would love to revisit that now that you're bringing it up, because back when I reviewed Badass, we gave them pretty good marks. But again, at the time, I didn't have a lot to go against. Badass was one of my first experiences into the beard world. So now that you're bringing it up, I know for a fact I like the Outlaw scent profile.
Yeah.
But it did not last very long, but I didn't know that wasn't supposed to be like that at the time.
Right.
Okay. I had never experienced like a luxurious where it lasted 12 hours in my beard.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had never experienced any of that stuff yet. So,
that's the only one that lasted for at least an hour. That's the only one.
What, the Outlaw?
Yeah, that's the only one that lasted for an hour. That was it, though.
But I've had a few negative reviews go out. One that continues to catch me flack to this day from the company. Just never ends. They constantly email me.
I totally know who you're talking about too.
They constantly email me. They've told me that their stuff is the cure-all, be-all for everything on the planet, and that's fine. But when I reviewed it as a beard oil, and it didn't work for me.
Right.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. And I didn't need, the funny part here is Like, I didn't even slam the product. Like, I didn't. I could have gone out there and said, this stuff isn't worth putting on your foot. Like, I could have killed it. I didn't. I said, listen, this didn't work for me. I think we gave it like a 2.5 or whatever it was. And we said, the ingredients seem good. Everything seems right. Something about it just doesn't feel right. Okay. And we moved on. And that company has emailed me every day of my life since that video.
Oh my goodness.
They're crawling back to you.
We're
every day.
Good stuff. We're gonna make some good stuff, we promise.
Barbado Joe wants to know if you're gonna name the company.
I mean, I will, I guess. At this point, I don't have to worry about it because they've already come after me in every way they possibly can now. So
what is it?
Pirate's Secret.
Oh, I was thinking the Stagecoach place. I was thinking something else. Oh, okay.
Is that the name of a place?
Pirate's Secret.
Huh.
I have never heard of them.
Huh.
Yeah, be happy.
They're a secret.
But I'm glad that Johnny agrees with us, though, on this.
That's valuable information there, Joe.
Yeah.
Listen, they claim that their stuff cures foot fungus.
What?
And they even just put out an email saying that if you wanted to fight COVID, to use their beard oil.
That
it's a natural healing agent, right?
No.
And when they emailed me saying all these things, the first time when I gave their product not a nice review, really, I said to them, that's great. But you say it's a beard oil. I used it in my beard. It didn't feel good. There's my review.
So it's a snake oil.
Dude.
And they told me, and their response was, they're very positive in their area, and it can cure foot fungus. And I went, that's great. But why would I put your beard oil on my foot?
So it's snake oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't have something right. They don't
From
have
a traveling circus.
Oh, in my opinion. In
your opinion, yes. They're not doing something right, unfortunately.
Right. Okay, so here's something. So Joe says something about revisiting Badass Beard Care. We should do that. We should check them out again and
we should get the sample. We should get their sample again.
Yes, I agree. We should do that.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I have a homework assignment for all the men at this table right now.
Let's do it.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
So I want you boys all to go back and grab, I don't know, any one of the first products you ever reviewed. And I'm talking about first products you ever got your hands on before you had dove into the rabbit hole of the beard world that you thought was good stuff back then. I want you to spend a few days with it and then bring it back to the table, not next Friday, the following Friday, or however we're doing it now. And then we'll all sit here and talk about how those products would fare now in our world compared to what we've gone to back then.
I'm liking it. Let's do it.
I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
You know what the problem is I'm spoiled. I almost, other than that one product that I got from Target, I listened to Dan on everything else.
Purposely is going off.
Is he?
I love
it. You know what's so funny?
F your feelings, only my feelings matter.
Oh no,
that is epic right there.
Right on, guys.
Oh shit.
So
I'm good. I'm good.
Anything that I have given one kind of semi-negative review. Most of the time, I try to find something good about it, and then I'll talk to the property owner about something that didn't work. I've had some that I've had reactions to, and I've talked to the owner about it, and I've brought that up several times to people. I can't deal with cinnamon, and that's just me. And I know that
neither can I.
Yeah, I can't do it. I've tried it. I've had some products with cinnamon in it from different companies, and my my skin just inflames, and I can't do it.
Wow.
The one that I would say that I gave a review, and it wasn't bad. Their oil was good. It's just that it didn't last long, and that's the only thing I said bad about it. And it wasn't really bad. It was just like doesn't last long. It lasts like as soon as you put it in, it's gone.
The only company I ever actually like will say I went out of my way to kind of give a very negative review to was Monster Beard Care. They were the only ones I ever went out of my way because the experience on the whole was just terrible. Like the whole thing was just so bad that when we shot the review, I was like seeing red. I was the friggin' Hulk, dude. I was ready. Like, because the whole thing had just been terrible. Like one after the next. I mean, it was just so bad that I was done with the dude. I was like, you know what? Let's get this review done, get it out there, and be gone with this guy because I've had enough.
I wanted to try that one, but I did not because there were
other
people
the click remote
me not
the click
to.
Remote.
Yeah, there was people telling me not to because they said that the Monster Flesh and Mane takes people's money. So that made me kind of skeptic. But their stuff looks really good, though. Like that sample trial case kit and everything, it looks really good. Like, I mean, you know what I mean, though? Yeah, exactly.
That was me. Zebra, I was you, dude. I was so excited to try his products because I love that theme, the monsters and all that stuff, and the whole thought process behind it. I was in, dude. I was in. I couldn't wait to try his stuff. To where I had contacted him, right? And I wanted to make a purchase. But I was like, listen, dude, I want you to tell me, like, your best stuff. What should I grab? Your favorite scents, whatever. Give me, like, a list. He emailed me back. And he said, hey, saw some of your work, this and that. Don't worry, I'm going to send you some stuff. Just forward me your information. And I said, you don't have to do that. I'll make the purchase. He goes, no, I want to send you guys some stuff. Okay. For 3 months, we went back and forth with emails about how it was on the way. It was in the mail. He told me one time that it tried to get delivered, but it needed a signature. Okay, so they didn't leave it. Another time he told me that it was delivered and that I must have been lying to him. I was like, dude, if you go and check my Instagram and stuff, as soon as something gets delivered, the unboxing goes up. Okay, almost instantly. I was like, it's not here. So 3 months of back and forths of endless, nonstop stuff. And then his product finally gets here. And I'm like, this is what I've been waiting this whole time. It was such a disappointment. I was so heartbroken. It was just bad overall. At least with the Rick Ross beard oil and his comb, I knew that was going to suck. You know, like I went into that knowing it was going to suck. But this was a horrible experience.
Yeah,
you knew it would have additives and stuff and all that crap when you bought it.
I call BS on all that. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Have you guys
terrible experience?
Yeah, have you guys been like harassed by an owner to try their stuff and like you've been told? Now, I guess Monster may be one of them. I've had a company from England. I was really interested in doing some overseas companies. And so there's one that actually folded on me after I bought stuff, and we'll never see the money from that, but that's okay. I understood his situation. But there's one guy over there that harassed me to the point to where I just said, no, I'm not going to buy it now because, you know, Dan told me it was junk, but the guy just was relentless. Do you guys have had that with an owner where he just is relentless and will not leave you alone? And
that was, I'm sorry. I think I'm being asked a question. Strickland, that was Monster Beard Care. And if you haven't seen them, I mean, they had at one point tons of ads going out
Monster of Flesh and Mane, right? It's the Monster of Flesh and Mane, right?
Huh?
Monster of Flesh and Mane, right? Not just Monster Beards?
Monster Beard.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's two different ones.
Okay, no, this is just Monster Beard Care or Monster Beard, whatever. This wasn't Monster of Flesh and Mane or whatever. This was just Monster. And again, they have like, I don't know, they got like a vampire one, they got a ghost one, they've got all like horror movie feared ones.
Like, if I can pull it up on the Instagram, it's Monster of Flesh and Mane on Instagram. Though.
Yes, Joe, you're right, dude. And not only that, but also during the process of reviewing them. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when I do a review, I do my homework. Not just on the product, but on the company itself. Yeah. And I went on to like Instagram and such, and I saw comments below their ads where it said stuff like, hey, I've been waiting, 2 months for my product and you still haven't sent it to me. I spent $100 and some odd with you and I waited 6 months, still no product. So I actually went and tried to contact some of these people. Now, most of them didn't answer me because they probably thought, who the hell is this bearded nut job emailing me, asking me about my products, right? But one guy really did. And true enough, at that point, it had been a year since he put that post up. And he still hadn't received his products, his refund, nothing. Just nothing.
Oh,
and he wasn't the only one of the stories that were out there. So to me, even if this was a good product, I could not give positive reviews to a company who was ripping people off.
Right, the customer service.
Right.
That's horrible.
They go by beard_monster on Instagram. It's Monster Flesh and Mane, and it's their website or whatever is monsterformen.com. And they're the ones that have the circus clown one or whatever and all that you're talking about.
That's sad.
And the Frankenstein, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. My bad. Joe, who are you talking about? About to hit the bed. Oh, Bam, you going to bed, man? I can't even do that these days. It's terrible.
All right, good night, Bam. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
Oh, you had Monster on. I didn't know he had Monster on. Derek. Wait, what? I'm confused here.
Matt, that's epic right there.
I didn't know that. Or are we getting all confused right now? Or is he just saying he had a 50% off discount and he didn't buy it?
He had Monster on Beard Therapy once? Is that what he said?
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
No, see, okay, we're getting confused here.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
heck.
Okay, he didn't have Monster on.
Okay, we're getting confused. All right, cool. Now Johnny's asking, did we? Like Johnny's like.
All right. So off topic here. What's the number one company that you enjoy to use?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's not fair.
I have so many different companies.
Really?
Love
That's
so many.
not fair.
So many different.
Let's do it. There's gotta be.
Who is the one that I would say that I have used the most? I think almost is like the Rationale, and that's a hard one.
Say really?
Yeah,
that's a hard one. I am a huge, and I know that people, if they see my Instagram, I am still a huge fan of Barbu. I absolutely love their diversity and sense, and Abraham is a cool cat. He's an awesome owner, and I think he's just top shelf. I love the way he does his research. I love his ideas. So I would have to go Barbu if I was to go with one company only.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joe? Scott?
So do you even have to ask?
Yeah, I was gonna I don't know if you have to ask with Scott really.
And Miners is that Miners?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
In his opinion, Miners.
Wait, whoa, hold on, wait. In his opinion.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. I can't.
Okay,
This is tough.
And it could go either scent or in beard feel.
Okay. Okay. So if I had to go with the scent profile that has always and forever been one of my favorites, that I will always, if I'm going out and I want to, catch the attention of someone, it's a scent profile I'll always throw in. Then in that sense, and also because I love their wash, it will be Artius Man, the restoration profile.
Oh, nice.
I love Artius Man's restoration scent. It's an oud scent profile, but it's like a cologne. It's beautiful and it lasts forever, dude. Forever. I love Artiest Man's oil. I know me and Dan actually disagree on that one. So, you know, but that's fine. I just feel weird disagreeing with Dan. But I love Artiest Man's oil. I love his balm for the hold. And his wash is a very nice wash. It's not a stripping wash. It's like an everyday wash, if you will. I like Artiest Man quite a bit.
I think all of us in here have tried this one already, right?
Oh, snap. Yeah. Double Barrel Moonshine. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, my wife.
Listen, I know Honest Ape is supposed to be absolutely effing fantastic. And what's driving me nuts is because of the current situation, it could be like 6 months before I ever get to try Honest friggin' Ape at this point.
I haven't tried them yet, so I'm right there with you.
Like, it could be forever before I ever get to try them at this point.
Right, I'm still working on using that one for an entire week because I have honey fits when I sold some personal possessions just to get some Honest Ape. So that one I still have to work on. But I got one of their old original scents, which was honey fits, and it's pretty good. I just haven't done the full week yet.
Oh, okay. It is good. I'm sorry. And I believe you, Joe. I do. I mean, I believe it. I when I hear so many people say that many good things, I believe that Ape is that good. I just, again, it's driving me nuts right now. You know what I did? Okay, my check comes in on the 3rd, guys. Okay, so you all know. And I sat there with my phone, and I went to one company, and I filled up the cart. And then I went, no, I can't do it. And I erased the cart. Then I saw another company, and I'm like, oh, man, I want to try them. Filled up the cart, and I went, can't do that either. And I kept doing this for like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Until that realization of, no, Joe, you just can't do it. You can't buy any beard products.
Can't do it.
Well, you can't do it. You can't do it. And that's the other thing that I thought about is that, Joe, honestly, you're getting fairly big in reviews. I would almost think that some of these guys would want to send you some stuff, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm personal feeling is that you're,
I don't know if I'm big.
I think that you do good reviews. I think that some individuals would be jumping at the opportunity to be able to get a review, especially with current times. I mean, I think that not that I think that you should, everybody should be asking for free stuff, but if a company wants to come to us, I would be open for companies to go and contact Joe or anybody going through some tough times and getting
any company. If a company reaches out to me, fine. That's great. And I, very rarely do I turn a company down. I always like, hey man, yeah, absolutely. We just had a company send us some stuff that I don't know if you guys have ever heard of. To be honest, I had never heard of them until he got a hold of me, and it's comes with this comb here, Mudcat Whiskers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're a good company. Yeah.
I'd actually never heard of the guy.
I've heard mixed reviews.
And he messaged me, and he said, "Hey, saw your videos with you and Sammy Cakes. Love the stuff. We were wondering if we could send you out some stuff to try out, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And his next question is the one I hate. He was like, "So what should I send you?"
Oh, snap.
I hate answering that because if you fire back with a combo, what if they're like, "Wow, that much?" You know what I mean? Or, I don't know what an acceptable limit here is. So I just said to him, dude, send whatever you want to send us. Whatever you feel like sending, we will check out. We will do the review on. Your call.
Yeah.
He decided to send 4 different oils and his comb, which I can't thank him enough for because this thing is quickly becoming my favorite comb. Very quickly.
Barbado Joe, the only one I have is the honey fits, and that was it because, like I said, I sold personal possessions just to get $20 so I can order Honest Ape, and that's all I could afford was honey fits, and that was it.
That's dedication right there, man.
That is dedication. That's dedication.
I understand what you're saying, Joe. I do. I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know, man. Again, and maybe this is because of the way I started. When I started again, I listened to another reviewer who said, "Hey, just make a video, attach it to an email and email as many companies as you can think of, you know? And that's what I did because I listened to that individual and then it just felt wrong. And because of that, ever since then, I just won't ask for anything. I won't do it. It feels just wrong. Like, I don't know why you just feel, and I'm not knocking anyone who asks for free product, whatever, that's your call. It just feels weird to me to do that at this point.
Yeah, I get that. And I was trying to think of some opportunities. So I've been brainstorming. How can we send, how do we do co-reviews and, send some products back and forth to try out. But, it's almost dangerous to do that because of the COVID stuff. So I've been racking my brain. How do you get product out to somebody, without maybe you double it? Somebody, you talk to the owner and say, hey, I'm doing a co-review. I don't know. I've been trying to work on that. So Johnny is saying one of my favorite other companies in the world is this man right here, which is Barn Brand.
Texas, yes.
He's a hell of a guy. And he's passionate about what he does. Again, I'm a little biased. I mean, we did a collab together, but that's because I really
You did a what?
I did a collaboration with him. I did a collaboration with him, but that's because I like him as a person, and I think that he's passionate about what he does. He is constantly posting he's a mad genius, just like so many of the other companies that I like. And I think that's what I dig about companies. I can dig companies like Beard Octane, but I think that you go up an extra level when you are just a mad scientist. You're creating.
Barbados.
Oh, what's Joe saying?
He said to leave Johnny's serial killer mugshot up for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, between that and the grip strength, Johnny Grooms is a bit. Johnny Grooms is a little. I worry about Johnny. I worry that I'm going to wake up one day and Johnny's just going to be outside of my house, crushing apples in both hands, telling me my time has come.
I'm sorry if there's going to be a really loud noise, but my chair just hit my poster and it's going to fall down.
Dude, Johnny Grimm's going to be standing above your bed, dude.
And I'm never letting Johnny get his hands on this comb, ever, because I like this one. And listen, did I tell you guys the dummy move I made? I had a comb here from Bush Claws, a big 4-prong comb, and I was like, I wonder if Johnny could break this, right? And I was messing with it to see if he could, right? And I'm like, I don't think he can. I'm going to send this to him. He can't break. And then I snapped the damn thing.
Oh.
That's funny.
Do you guys? So there used to be a thing, and I don't know if it's still a trend. I mean, apparently it is. I haven't received a comb in a long time from any company. I used to receive them all the time, but I don't receive. I receive swag. They've kind of upped their swag with magnets now, but I don't receive combs anymore. And that used to be
That's how I got Liv Bearded's comb. That's how I got Bush Claws combs. That's how I got quite a few combs, actually, was from they would just throw their combs in with the order, pretty much.
Interesting.
Now it looks like because combs are becoming a bigger part of the staple, if you will, and people are willing to spend money on them, companies are less apt to just throwing a comb in with your order.
Right. Dude,
sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. I'm just going to leave it down till the end of the stream.
Yep.
You're going to wake up and Johnny's going to be putting oil on those hinges.
The OCD comes out.
I needed this tonight. This is good.
Oh, shit. No, but Beard Octane's combs, especially the Oxhorn.
Yeah, that's a good comb.
Those are phenomenal. And even his brushes are really good, too.
Now, this is the question that I have for a lot of... This is always... And I've heard some companies confirm that they buy certain products. They definitely don't make these Oxhorn combs. But where is it that they're... Is there a master supply of place where they come and get these and then they just mark their own name on them? I just don't understand how that works. I've always wondered.
I'm sure it's a custom place.
James, I'm sorry. I have to ask a question here. James, man, that Chicago comb, the carbon fiber one, is it like, I don't know, man. Metal in my beard bothers me.
I want that
Oh,
one.
it's
Though.
metal.
Is that the tactical one? Is that the
But
tactical?
isn't carbon fiber metal, basically?
No, it's not.
What is it then?
It's fibers.
Yeah, but is it like a softer material?
Yeah, it's like strands of fiber of like
Carbon.
whatever material. Yeah, carbon.
Yeah, and so it's tougher than wood, better than probably and more reliable than plastic, but it's not like metal.
Dude,
Okay,
It has give.
there's quite a process to make anything carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just don't like that feeling of like metal in my beard. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I've always kind of shied away from Chicago combs because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like the way it actually feels when I'm using it.
You won't get that like metal feel because carbon fiber isn't metal.
Yeah, so mine is about carbon 15 metallic. Yeah, interesting.
Smoother than metal, it's good. It's all just your own opinion. Mine is carbon. Mine carbon is metal.
Yep. My opinion.
And opinions, facts don't matter. Just the opinions.
That's the opinion.
But you know what though? This is what I realized, and this is something that I've found with the COVID thing. Just not to bring that back, but opinions. There's so much just opinions. There's very little fact out there. There's people who
the COVID thing. Oh yeah, dude.
Everybody has an opinion that sound, and they can go, well, I read it here, but then if you actually look at the resource they read it, it was just like the lady that quotes to me in my meditation center, the guy who did the review on beards being dirty.
Yes.
Sweden. And then you look up the actual research that the guy did. He was completely off his rocker and it wasn't sound. So even then it wasn't fact, but he presented it as fact. And I think that that's the way that a lot of this stuff is. And that's how it gets like,
oh man, Joe's on fire.
Oh goodness.
Joe is rolling. Oh, Miners, what's up, guys? Mike,
what's going on, Miners? Opinion, boys. Fiber is what you eat to poop, not in the comb.
Epic.
That's awesome. See, that's why
you're right. I mean,
you have to be friends with Joe. Joe's just funny. He's a good dude.
Somebody told me the other day that the COVID outbreak was because of 5G.
Oh, get out of here.
Goodness gracious. And I heard that same thing. And I was like, who the heck even started that?
And I was like, but wait, 5G's not everywhere yet. COVID is.
Yeah. and then you try to how does that even happen? How do you even cross that path? A technology and a virus don't make any sense.
No, but I have heard that the 5G does emit more cancer-causing frequencies because it is radiation. It's so strong. Like the frequency is so strong that it does actually emit more cancer-causing. What do you call it? What's the word here? Like radiation from the transmitters. The transmitters are so strong.
Nick is leaning back right now, like waiting to turn the zebra and be like, "So when you go on your phone, do you wear tinfoil hats? Do you like?"
But that's
Nick
what
is
I've
just
heard.
Sitting there waiting right now.
That's what I've heard. That and they actually have to wear protective gear when they're installing these 5G things or whatever, and they actually have to go and warn the people that live around them in that community that it emits that stronger frequencies. As far as the COVID crap, I don't know about that. I don't know where that came from.
The correlation between it, but somebody might. But that's somebody's opinion that it somehow correlates.
Right, Scott. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
I think the funny thing about it is that this stuff. That's where scared things come from. Is that people get scared because of some misinformation that they get, and then they think that it's fact, and then tell somebody else it.
What scares me? Reality scares me. Okay. Right. Real world things scare me. Okay. Reality. My sister's a nurse. She came home. She woke up yesterday, felt like crap. We went to DEFCON 5 over here. That was a real life situation. We had to worry about the kids in the house, and even her. She has asthma. She was sick. Like, it was a real scare for a minute here. Okay. That's reality. Reality. People out there are starting to get stupid because sometimes people just behave irrationally for no reason. Now they have a reason to act irrational. In their opinions, they do, at least. Reality scares me. Okay. The 8 million sites out there that just try to create 8 million different conspiracy theories because they have nothing better to do while they're sitting in their mom's basement eating cornflakes. That stuff doesn't worry me. That's just my opinion, though.
So here's the thing. I think the unknown is what scares people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
It's funny. I like this one saying. It said it's not the death. It's not death that scares me. It said it's the living that scared the crap out of me.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, absolutely. I think that's interesting. I think it's interesting that we have. I think the conspiracy theories have been out for so long. I find the chemical trail people. I'm always like, really, the chemical trails or vapor trails from jets.
Yeah, right.
Listen,
I'm always like, there's actually scientific proof that explains exactly what that is. And nope, it's vapor jets. It's germs from the government. They're trying to spread it and trying to kill us. I'm like, you can actually look at the science behind it and know that. No, vapor trails.
The facts. Yeah.
Listen, I enjoy a good conspiracy theory as much as anybody else, okay? But I enjoy conspiracy theories that actually have some legs to them, at least. Like, there's got to be something where there could be a possibility there is some reality to this situation. But when I just read things that it feels like somebody was sitting in their home, tripping out on LSD for 3 or 4 days, and just scanning through, grabbing as many random things as they could, and throwing it together to tell me that this is bad for me because it's made with weird pizza crust that's going to give me a 4th eyeball. I'm sorry, I can't go with that stuff.
What's going on, Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson's in. So I'm trying to think. So the best conspiracy theory, have you guys watched Tiger Guy? What is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've caught a couple episodes. I haven't gotten as into it as everybody else has, but I have watched a little bit of it.
Tiger King, right? Tiger
King, yeah.
Yeah, so Tiger King, and honestly, I am not going to be surprised if it's another Blair Witch Project, but there's people in it that are real. So that's what my wife was like, no, but there's real people, and the guy really is in jail. I'm like,
yeah, he's really in jail, and they did really reopen the case, too, against her.
They did, against the lady who was like, isn't that crazy? So I was like, so Carol Baskin is the conspiracy theory that I'll be interested to see where that goes, because now it's been so long ago, I think it'll go back into the cold files just because now there's going to be no evidence. Unless they find a body.
Yeah, I mean,
body. If he was grinded up in the meat grinder.
I was going to say, it's already deep sweep and gone by now. It had to have been. That's how many years ago?
Yeah, but
almost 20 years ago.
But here's the thing. When you think about somebody who's creepy, that lady's creepy the way that she talks about her ex-husband. She was actually, if this was a real interview, she gave so many micro gestures that she did it. It's unfunny. She's laughing at inappropriate times about her ex-husband died.
Yeah, no memorial.
Right. And so many micro gestures and things that say, I don't care about this guy and I killed him.
Yeah.
Or at least he knows what happened to him. She does.
All right, guys.
We love you too, Miners.
Yeah, thanks for coming on in.
Miners is awesome stuff. Hey guys, I got a jet.
You got that time.
Yep. All right, brother.
I got to roll.
Cool. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I let the time go away.
I hope everybody stays safe and healthy, and appreciate the support for everything.
Hold on to your opinions, Mech.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Stay safe, man.
Later, brothers.
Thanks, Chad.
See ya.
See ya. So this is about the time where we open up for anybody who, since we had one person leave, we will add a couple people. If you got any reviewers out there that wants to jump on in, let me know.
Any non-reviewers, community members, whatever.
Non-reviewers, anybody who wants to get a little bit of limelight, talk with us for a bit, we'd be happy. I have a link and ready to go. So let me know through Instagram DM, and I will be happy to throw you up.
Does Prac believe in the Bigfoot is real, and he's pissed off at us because we're making shows where we're going to kill him and we haven't even found him yet.
Yeah, he's like the best social distancing ever right now. He's just laughing at us all right now.
So
he's mad because we've made bad movies about him too.
Yeah.
So Bigfoot is an interesting one, and there are people. I mean, I used to watch those shows where they had, and I think as technology gets better,
in bed next to the traitor.
Yeah. What?
Johnny Groom, in bed next to the traitor because she didn't bring home his
pineapple pizza and no alcohol.
Oh, that's hilarious. So I think that as technology progresses, that stuff can't be, now it's like you can't fake that there's a Bigfoot anymore. There can't be like, oh, look, there's some photography. But back in the day, the photography was so bad that Nessie existed, all sorts of things like that. Now technology is catching up, and you can't have a Nessie anymore, a Loch Ness monster. There's just no way that it could possibly happen. They've done so much. There's now technology that can help find that stuff. So yeah, just like the moon landings is always another huge one that people bring up. That Apollo, all NASA was doing.
I've had enough. Because even if we didn't get to the moon, then we've been there since. So stop, okay?
Right. Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Right. Very interesting.
But all right. So the Loch Ness monster, they kind of. I mean, it's hard to even fight for that one anymore. Because they've even gone as far as to proving that there's not even much in that particular body of water for an animal of that size to live off of.
Right.
So that one's hard. But I don't know, man. Bigfoot, dude, who the hell says he ain't out there? I can't say that. I can't. I don't know if he's out there or not. Like I said, I think even if they are out there, they're just mad at us because we keep making shitty movies about them and making him look like some big, ugly grizzly bear when maybe he's a good dude. Maybe he likes beard oil. We don't know. How do you know? He's got enough hair on his face.
Maybe that's why he's so angry. He's like, hey, nobody's giving me the right stuff. I would,
Take care, miners.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, that's hilarious. So, miners is... you know what? Miners I was impressed with completely. And I hate saying that I had one company to choose just because I know Barbu so well. But Miners is honestly on my radar as one of the tops. They are good stuff. And I was amazed by how I really like the Covenant. I'm going to still go back to that. I like that Udi spiritual stuff. So to me, that Covenant was you tried that, didn't you, Joe?
Yeah, I need Covenant butter in my life. I mean, and again, it's going to have to be down the road, but I have the Covenant oil, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I want to get their oil because they've changed up the formula on it too, but again, unfortunately, way things are, it'll be down the road eventually. I'll get there, though. But Miners has never really missed for me. I know all the stuff that's out there right now, and I don't really care. Miners has never missed for me. I've always enjoyed all their products, and I'm going to keep using their products. That's that. They're one of my favorite companies, period.
Yeah, they're a good company. They're absolutely an excellent company, and they're nice owners. I mean, I really like, was it Mike and Beth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the two that I know. I know there's two other helpers.
You got Brian and Gary.
Yeah, Gary and Brian.
But I've always liked them, and you know what I really dig? I dig their storylines. And my sister lives in Nashville, so of course I like that whole story. But I like country music, and I like the fact that that's what they used to do at some point. I think that's cool. I think that's just a really cool byline that they have made songs for country artists.
I just like that they kind of saved like that darker kind of horror theme for me because Monster killed it and then they came back and they did well with it. Like, not saying that that's a copy. Not saying it's a copy. Okay.
But what was it that they came up with?
Well, they kind of did the Dr. Jekyll thing, you know, Dr. Jekyll,
right.
Mr. Hyde. Right. And then, I mean, quite a few of their things, if you look at them, kind of have like a darker kind of twist on them almost, you know, like I almost want to say like a comic book horror kind of twist to them, which I've always enjoyed.
Well, that's good. Gothic. It's kind of gothic, right? Because that's what Frankenstein, that's what all those, you know, those authors were writing, gothic. And I think that kind of darker, still not complete, it still has some humanity to it, but it still is kind of a darker.
Are you talking about like the Halloween ones?
I thought that, you know, I don't know. I thought Covenant was not really dark, but what are you talking about?
Are you talking about like the Halloween ones, Joe?
Yeah, here, I'm pulling up the site right now so I can show you a few. Well, I can't show you a few, but I can tell you the ones that inspired me at least.
Oh, I forgot that we we have the ambassador here. He has all their stuff, I bet. Awesome.
Let's say you could see him right here. The Blueberry Thriller right here.
Oh, that's a cool looking logo. They from day one had cool logos. They did. They had their labeling is really, really nice. I still like the fact that they had that like tattoo looking. It looked like a tattoo of some lady holding. Oh, that's a nice looking one. Wow.
Yeah, that's the bottle.
That's incredible looking. Look at what I like about the Covenant was, and the same thing in that one was there was artwork behind it.
Yeah, if you look, there's layers.
Really cool artwork behind it.
Yeah, they have layers in their artwork.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's another company, and I don't remember the name of the company I saw the other day. They had something really superb labeling. I really like that. When you spend some time doing labeling, I think that is awesome.
I think they redone this one since, maybe. But
what is that?
This one's a Haunted Carney.
Oh, cool.
It has the clown on it.
No.
And this is one of my favorites out of the main line.
Onions have layers.
I just watched Shrek the other day. That's hilarious.
You know what else has layers? Cake. Everybody loves cake.
You have lived with a kid who has watched Shrek a few times.
Yeah, absolutely. My daughter was big into Shrek at one point. Really big when she was younger.
Do you know what, though? That is one of those movies that no matter what... I mean, some of the references are... obscure, and some of them are a little closer to but I still think that just all of the fairy tale references that are in that movie are so good. They're just on it. Shrek is just a great. I like Shrek 2 as well.
Speaking of conspiracies.
Oh, the aliens.
Yeah, the Area 51. They don't have it anymore. This one's discontinued.
So, you mind if I plug my new show?
Cake is amazing, Tyson. Yes, plug your new show, sir. Plug your new show. Let's hear about it.
So Sunday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Why? Because I don't know. That's the time I picked. I will drop the first video in a running series. It'll be, I'm guessing I'm just going to go with the Chronicles of the Bearded Dad or something to that effect. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. The title keeps escaping me for some reason, but this will be a different thing than what we've done in the past. This is going to be my story and Sam's story, just everything we've been through, and then my issues as a single dad. And it's also, look, me and Sam have been through a lot more than most have gone through, and Sam has been through a lot more than she probably should have had to go through at such a young age in her life. But I want to make something out there so that people know if they're going through these same things, there is a light. Things will get better, I promise you. And you're not the only one going through them. Somebody told me I should tell my story. I don't know if Chris is in here, but that's Chris from this channel, the channel to be named later. And even Bam had brought it up once or twice that I should get it out there and say some stuff that's going on. And so it'll be a weekly thing. I'll be dropping episodes, and I just really hope everyone supports it, and I hope everyone gives it a shot. I'm sure it's going to come off. My biggest concern is there's a lot of negative things that went on. So I just hope people don't take it as a negative type vibe. That's not what it's meant to do. So I hope everyone gives it a shot, and I hope everyone will honestly give me their feedback after the first episode.
No, I think that's cool. And I think that's, so I started doing somewhat, I mean, I'm definitely a different perspective, but I started throwing out different content that was more.
Dude, I don't have any yogurt for tonight. It's terrible, Joe.
That's crazy. But that's where I was going with it, was that I was thinking the same thing, that I was thinking that I needed to add some different, and I've been talking to Dan about it, about what should I do to differentiate myself than just doing, what everybody else is doing. So I started throwing out a little bit of the spiritual stuff, because I feel like I've gotten that feedback from people as well, that they want to hear the stories that led you to this, where you're at now. And I think also it helps people. It really does. Genuinely hearing somebody else who's gone through maybe the same or, some similar thing has an ability to say, yeah, it's not just me. And I think that's so important in times where you're struggling, especially being a single parent. I've been there, done that. And it is extremely hard dealing with exes that don't want to help with their kids. And I know that you've had that similar experience. I think that it is sometimes a nightmare. And I think explaining that to somebody and saying it out there, especially with your good way of telling stories, I think that's awesome.
So first, yes, James, this Sunday at 8 p.m. Second, I know, listen, I'm not saying just from the community. When I drop these videos, I'm going to catch flack back in my personal life. Like, I'm going to catch heat. There's going to be people who aren't happy with me putting stuff like this out there. But that's what I'm aiming for here. I'm aiming for honesty, real. And I want people to come to me, and I want to hear their stories. I do. And if we got something that we can talk about and help each other out, then let's do it, man. The world of the single dad has never really been looked at all that deeply. Single moms get a ton of credit, and they deserve it all. I'm not saying they don't. They deserve every bit of credit, okay? But there are dads out there who are going through that same struggle. And I just want them all to know, look, man, if you're not the only one who's had a hard time of it, you're not the only one. And I promise you, you just got to keep fighting. You got to keep swinging. Get up.
Right. I think, but that's uplifting. And I think that even though you have maybe gone through heck, look where you guys are at. You have a very vibrant daughter who's doing well, who is you're close to. She has that experience with you. She knows that you're a positive influence on her life, and she's a positive kid. And I think that those are the type of things where you can see the results, even though you went through all this, but knowing that there's guys out there that are probably just the beginning stage of a divorce, for instance, that would get some help and some relief from hearing stories that I'm not the only one.
Again, the whole thing has just been an incredible experience overall. There were times where I felt like things were never going to end. And then there were other moments where I felt like it can't get any better than this moment right now. So the ups, the downs, the whole journey. And like I was talking to Bam about, like, this is going to be not just hopefully good for others who watch it and stuff. It's going to be good for me too, to just kind of get this stuff out and be done with it all.
Yeah, it's therapy right there. I think that sometimes being able to talk about it is definitely therapeutic. Absolutely is. And I think that that's the awesome piece of that. And they're still talking about cake, by the way. Apparently Tyson's quite the cake rebel.
James said I was going to break my sniffer with that. That was, I know you can't have cinnamon, but that was the one, Kringle's cocktail from Miners that they had on Christmas. I love it. I love that scent.
Dad, pick up my phone. He's saying hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay, babe. No, Joe, I get what you're saying. I'm not doing it for growth. I'm not. I'm doing it because I want to make it. So if people like it, great. If 2 people like it and they tell me that it's helped them in some way, then that's all I wanted out of it. That's it. So I don't expect this to take me and skyrocket me or anything. I just want to make something that I want to make and that I'm going to enjoy.
See, and that's the whole thing about creation. A creator, and we've talked about this offline, but digital creators create stories to help other people have more meaning in their life. And it's also an expression of art. So we do it through digital media, but we create stories. We do things to help people connect with us. And that's the one thing that, if you go back to just reviewing stuff, sometimes there is creation in some of that. But I tell you that the things that are deep felt stories are the ones that I really enjoy. I enjoy hearing somebody's story about how they've been through some struggle and they came out the other side with some amazing life and some stories and some lessons. And that's the one thing that I started realizing, that in a time like this, I started doing more of these positive videos on IG, as well as some, I started pushing that onto YouTube, because I don't know what the audience is going to look like on that. But I want to promote positivity, which is, I'm a meditation teacher. So of course I'm going to do that. Are we still talking about cake?
A whole different kind.
Oh goodness.
Listen, I know
I appreciate it.
I know the community, like Joe said, is fickle. What they like, what they don't like, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. And I'm sure I'm going to get, because there's no way around it. Some of the things I'm going to talk about are going to bring out emotions in me, even while I'm doing the video. And I don't plan on doing multiple takes. Whatever my reactions are, however I'm feeling during the shoot is what it's going to be. That's it. So I'm sure I'm going to catch flack. I'm sure I'm going to get people calling me names and everything else under the sun because of the way I react to certain situations. But you know what? Like I said, if 1 or 2 people out there message me and say, hey, bro, listen, I went through a similar situation. I want to thank you for telling your story. It helped. Then at the end of the day, it'll be a success to me and I'll keep doing it.
Yep. That's the attitude. And so I started just doing these little positive things. And one of my friends started reaching out and saying, thank goodness you're doing this. I was like, well, I got at least one person giving me positive feedback on the fact that I'm doing some positive videos about, what I believe in. And I think that that's something that goes a long way me personally, like, it's not about people liking it or not liking it. If you're, like you said, 2 people like it, then you got what you wanted. Or if you personally had something that released for you, you let go of something in this telling of your story, it finally jarred something out, then it was well worth it and well worth the release, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
there's something therapeutic.
I'm not going to lie. Part of this was brought on because I was sitting here going, okay, I can't keep doing the beard product stuff full blast at this point because I can't afford to put out that content. So I started to think about, what did I really want to do here? And I never went into this hoping to become the biggest thing on YouTube and all that other stuff. Like, if it ever came, great. If it doesn't come, whatever, I wasn't planning on it coming. I went into this wanting to make a channel that meant something to somebody, anybody. So to me, if I needed to make new content, I was going to make something that meant something to me and that I hoped would mean something to somebody else. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to give a shot here. And I really hope it works out. I really hope it reaches anybody. And I hope that I don't get called a, crybaby or nothing like that if I overreact to something. But again, I'm probably going to be reliving quite a few things that I've buried. And I don't really know how I'll react once I start actually talking about those things.
Oh, that's a good thing. And the other thing is that the people that are your friends are not going to react like that. They're going to know it's genuine. They're going to be, people who love you and support you are the people that have your back when you're telling such things and putting it out there. People that I honestly wouldn't put any concern with people who think that somebody showing emotions is dumb or wrong. I think that they're the person that probably needs a little bit more emotional IQ.
Because I don't want to like kill it with the editing, Johnny. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to try and make it as good as it can be. But if my emotions show through and things like that, I don't see it as a bad thing. Like
your emotions speak truth, Yeah, your emotions speak truth. So, I mean, you don't want to edit everything out because, like, otherwise, like, what good is even acting? What is acting without emotion? You can't do acting without emotion. So, I mean, you want to tell your story and you want it to be heard. So you want it to be raw and unedited and unfiltered, just like, you stated. So it's going to be how you are.
And I had to give Sammy Cakes a heads up, and I did. I warned her what I was going to do because, she was young when a lot of this went on. And I don't know how much of it has stayed fresh in her brain. Kids are amazing, man. They really are. They can take a bad situation and just move right past it like nothing ever happened, So I don't know how much of this has actually stayed with her. And I said to her, because she always watches my reviews and stuff, and I told her, these new videos that Daddy puts out, I don't know if you want to watch them or not, but I told them what they're going to be. And I also got the okay from her because I said, a lot of this is your story too. It's your reality too. So I want to make sure you're okay with that as well. So I already know her mom's not going to be happy about this. Like, there's just no way she can be because she's not going to look good in this. Okay? And I already know others who aren't going to be happy about it either because they're not going to look good in this. But this is my life. This is my story, and I'm going to tell it.
Awesome, man. And so Tyson's kind of on my kind of expressing, emotions are something that's so important. It's silly to be thinking that we're emotionless, and I think this is an opportunity to share a story that will help others. I think that you're right on the money there, buddy. I think that's
yes,
awesome.
Joe.
And I think you're going to find support.
Joe asked if I'm going to let Sam view the video before I post it. Yes, I will. That way she's not kind of caught off guard with anything, or Sam will know everything before I put it out there. Sam, listen, Sam is my best friend. That's just my reality. Sam is my best friend. My daughter and me are as close as I think anybody can be with somebody. And I would never try to do anything that would upset my daughter or hurt her. This is my story. I'm going to tell it, but I will let her see things first because if her mother views them, I don't want her mother to come out and attack my daughter because of it. So I'm going to make sure Sam knows what's going on. And I'm also going to make sure my ex knows what's going on too. Not that I'm really too worried about her opinion in the situation, but that way she's not caught off guard.
Right. And the only other thing that, and I'll talk to you about offline. Actually, I won't even say that.
Is it your opinion?
Yeah.
It's my opinion, Joe.
Yeah. So that reminds me, there's a song.
The only thing that I worry about with situations like that is legal stuff. Can this be
used
against you? Yeah, as long as you're cool in that there's nothing that's going to be said. Because one of the things that a judge sometimes looks at when they are considering, and I think you're long past this, but they can see that if you're supporting the other parent and and maybe that's something that just maybe think about.
I have full, not just full custody. I have full rights to my daughter.
Yes, that's why I was saying I think you're far long past the whole having to go through custody battle stuff.
Yeah, no, I have full rights. Like, in other words, her mother technically doesn't even have rights to her.
Right.
She signed them over to me. So I have full rights and custody of my child. And believe me, I'm not the one who has anything to worry about in this situation.
Right. I remember you telling me that. That's the reason why I was just like, that's the only thing that if you were, for other watchers who may be thinking about that, sometimes you do have to be concerned. I know you're far beyond that, but sometimes you do have to be concerned with how you talk about the other parent.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been through that crap. I don't know how many times before. Right. And it's not fun. And it's not easy at all.
Yeah, custody battles are the worst things that I've ever gone through in my life.
That's the one thing I didn't have to. Well, I mean, okay, I'm not going to say too much. I didn't have to go through your traditional custody battle, is what I'll say.
Yeah, I know we've talked a little bit. I think that you've had I'm excited to see your story. So it shoots at 8, or you're taking it. You're going to do it tomorrow and then edit it and then release it at 8 p.m. on Sunday. Is that it?
Yes, it'll be put up 8 p.m. Sunday. Cool. I've already begun the process. I'm just finishing up a few things, and
cool.
It'll be up though. It'll be up 8 Sunday. We love you too, Joe. Good night, brother.
Yeah. See you, buddy.
Well, guys, I gotta get off here because my battery's about dying, and I gotta make supper and everything.
Yeah, I got 2 minutes before my wife comes in here and busts through this door. She's the one that's been creaking all night because I've had kids go in and out of this door all night long, which has been this is my like nook.
Yeah, and I gotta put my poster back up that fell down.
Yeah, but thank you guys for coming and joining us tonight. I look forward to your story, Joe. I really do. I'm excited. I'm glad that you're doing something that has meaning to you, which is exactly what a creator should be doing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it helps somebody, or that somebody appreciates it or something. It sucks that I won't be able to do the beard stuff as much anymore. Believe me, whenever things do get back to normal, I fully intend on getting back to it. But for now, I'm going to go this direction with my channel. I'll still mix in some of the beard stuff when I can. I just hope that everybody hangs with us through this and checks out the new stuff and gives it a chance. Right
on, man. I look forward to it. And we support you. And you know what? We're still doing Reviewers Table. So no matter what, we're still
absolutely. I'll still be here.
Hanging, guys. So you guys will still hear. We're all friends, so we could call this Friends Table. I don't care. But this has always been really awesome because that's what I've gained out of this experience with doing the Reviewers Table is really good friends. So we'll be doing this for sure. So see you guys later. Thank you guys for joining. We had some good numbers tonight, so I'm happy. So we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, right. Thank you for everybody who took some time out to join us on a Friday night, guys. Awesome of you so much. Thank you.
Yep. See you guys.